I still haven't gotten my chicken wings, but you know
ordered
what?
chicken wings?
I did
Chicken
order chicken wings, but I
wings.
did it because I thought of it after I like was finished prepping for the session. I was like, oh shit, I haven't eaten yet. So you know, that'll probably get here in about like they made the wait longer. It's gonna be a full 30 minutes before that gets here. So we're just gonna start, and then I'll just take a little break, and
I
it'll be fine.
absolutely demand that you keep the entirety of you going to get wings in the recording.
I will probably edit it out, just like I'm going to edit out this part.
I don't believe you anyway.
Listen,
Because
there
I
was an
hit
episode
record.
of Campaign 1 of Critical Role where I watched Matt Mercer eat an entire slice of pizza in 2.5 bites. On stream, you can eat wings while you record.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, because it's... I didn't feel like cooking today, so I decided that prepping D&D was the prerogative today. So, here we are. Here we are already, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jenny.
No, you're good.
But who would like to give a recap?
I can try. Hold on, Jeff, hold on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, wait, is this correct? I don't think this is correct. Because my last note says promise equals fucking broken, so I don't think these are recent notes whatsoever. These are not. Okay, but no, Jeff!
Try.
No! Jeff, no, I got this! Okay. So, from what I remember, we entered this cave that we're currently in. We gotta scale some shit. I remember Jazz wanted to jump multiple times, and everybody was like, no, you can't jump down, because they don't want me to use my cool monk feature. Give me a minute.
That's
give me a minute. I
right,
got
that's
this.
right.
I fucking got
Recap
this.
of a lifetime.
Uh-huh.
You already forgot like a full 30 minutes of shit we did before that.
Yeah,
Yep.
you did. You did.
Yep.
So the session started following the Ankeg fight from the previous session. There was some discussion on whether we should keep going or long rest. Meta narratively, we decided that we should keep going because it really was like latest like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As we got deeper into the caves, we came across this like entrance to go deeper from like the actual mines into a cave, like an actual cave. But there were whispers. So we stopped for a moment and all had to make saves. Joran failed the shit out of her save, so was feared and had to stay still for a minute. During that minute, Jasminder sneakily held her hand.
Yep.
Because she saw an opening to she saw an opening to hold some hands. We continued on and got to a little like area where it did dip down, and we found, I don't know if we found a corpse with some climbing gear or just some climbing gear, but we definitely found some climbing gear and used that to rappel down while Jasminder tried to jump and was repeatedly stopped by shivers plucking her out of the air until she was the last to go down, and then leaped with the grace of like a well-trained acrobat.
Yep.
Is the best I could describe it, and landed Superman landing with next to no force. Then we did that again with a shorter drop off. Then the whispers got really, really loud. Jasminder got really scared and froze in place. Then we did battle with some gibbering mouthers.
Ew.
Yep.
Who were gross.
Fucking hate that name.
Oh yeah, if you scroll up in the art channel, there they are. The
boys.
multi-mouths, multi-eyed, red blob ooze.
Mouth there.
Sydney continued her Will Wheaton impression
God, no, don't
by,
remind me.
by refusing to roll higher than like a natural 5 on
Not
the
a
dice.
single one of them could hit with their 5d6 damage.
So we eventually got rid of them all, and then decided at this point it was time to long rest. But not before we went through some of the bodies that were with the gibbering mouthers, some corpses with the gibbering mouthers. Kieran found a nice pair of boots, which, while not magical, have the same properties of boots of elven kind. Then we settled down for a long rest. There was some stuff on the walls. Off screen, Kieran and Aura had a quick conversation about the nature of good and evil. Other than that, the long rest, as far as we know, went off without a hitch. But what we don't know is Joran had some pretty terrifying nightmares.
Yup.
But the long rest, as far as I know, has come to an end, and we are ready to get started the next day.
Yeah. As you wake up, you guys are able to kind of gather yourselves, get ready for the day. Specifically, Joran, you're a little unsettled. You're feeling the kind of after effects of your hazy nightmares, which, as you try and recall exactly what you saw, you remember surprisingly little. It kind of makes your head pound as you try to recall the details, and you try and think of the figures in that dream. You can't quite remember their names. Did that go through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just went really quiet. I was like, oh god.
That was thoughtful silence.
Oh, they also threw Shiver Scabbard up because it
Yeah.
had gross shit all over it in it.
Oh,
That
yes,
also-
Oh, it was
that did happen.
disgusting, yeah. The way lies ahead, further down. This is further down than you've ever been, Aura. You had made it to a few of a room a couple, 100 feet behind. So this is beyond anything you're familiar with. But you know that, unlike the map on the screen, it does go down deeper quite a ways.
Alright.
Faintly illuminated by the strange fractal Layline energy.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to getting in deeper. Of course,
Shiver's
that's the first time I've said that.
Alright, you guys all head out then?
Yeah, Kieran will look to the party and be like, well, are we going further, or are we heading back? Have we explored deep enough to report back to the Silver Hand that we did what we were supposed to?
Well, I'm going
mean-
deeper.
I was gonna say, we came this far, so why not go further at this point?
After all, I'm trying to absorb this ley line.
Maybe there's a back door to the cave.
Realize how far underground we probably are.
Well, I'm certainly not going first, so Joran,
Yeah,
or if you
got
want to continue to lead the way.
Absolutely.
Hear anyone else volunteering? So.
Is Aura leading the way?
The rules were that Joran or Aura has to stay lockstep with Joran.
Yeah, no, she does get up to start
Good.
leading at the front of the party.
Alright,
Yeah.
so marching order, Jordan and Aura first.
Shivers will be right behind them.
I will. I guess maybe be. Yeah, nah, I mean that works.
Yeah, I think the current order as it stands isn't bad if Jasminder wants to be all the way at the back.
That's actually what I have you guys written down as the marching order you used last time. It's
Damn.
really funny.
Okay.
That went so
Good
well
job,
for
we
us.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, Transmander does like it in the back, so.
Mhm. Can confirm.
Zing. Anyway.
Very funny. So yes, you guys head further down, and the further down you go, the more you notice the whispers that you've been hearing pretty consistently throughout this entire delve into this dungeon, have steadily grown in volume. But as you walk for probably about another 30 minutes down or so, it turns into almost a song. Now, it's not a typical music melodic, beautiful song. It is discordant. It is haunting. It is almost pained as you kind of start to hear it. Those of you who are kind of just naturally walking a little closer to the walls, it would be a little louder. And it's not overwhelmingly loud. It's more like the whispers are becoming clearer and more understandable. But just makes that kind of subtle transition as you guys head down further in. And then, go ahead and make a round of perception checks from everybody for me.
Yeah.
That's the fastest I'll ever make a perception check in D&D history.
I don't have advantage, so it's only a 10.
Only a
What did I get? A 10.
That's a 14 for me.
14, baby.
Okay.
You fucking gang.
Is not very much.
Oh, is the 1d4 for Oz?
Because
No, I got debuffed, so I have
Yeah.
to.
Ah,
Yep.
Yeah.
she's basically baned for the next 3 hours.
okay. I was like, what the fuck was the d4?
Good question. Should I roll for Os?
No, because Oss is
gotcha.
flying.
Gotcha.
And then, okay, so Maisie and Aura. Aura, because you were kind of at the front, this is going to affect you. Let me see. Jorn, you would see some strange kind of ooze-like substance, on the floor, and, Aura, you're not quite paying attention to where you walk, and you hear it squelch against your boot as you step in it. This kind of white, viscous, coagulated kind of mass. You haven't encountered it prior, like up in the higher,
I have
like,
seen
levels.
this before, but not in the cave.
Mm-hmm. No. No!
I had to make it white. It couldn't be
No!
any. It couldn't be
Listen,
purple.
it's...
It couldn't be orange.
It's actually yellow. Like
I am
neon yellow.
smacking my head against this book right now.
You set yourself up for this.
Ah!
So anyhow.
So anyway, because you're wearing a boot, it's not acidic, it doesn't like burn through or anything.
Oh,
it
God.
just exists. And you do notice some of it, different colors, kind of dripping down the walls.
Huh?
Not all of it's white. I have to clarify this.
How is it?
No, it's not acidic. I'm gonna fucking
Go to-
cry. Yo!
I can't believe we killed the DM this quickly.
Someone drank
Y'all
McDonald's.
5
Sprite.
minutes.
It took like 5 minutes, y'all.
Consult your physician if it's acidic.
Yes,
It is not acidic.
no, it just
So anyway,
it's just gross as you step in it. But you do know Jorn with a 15 and Kieran with a 23. You would both
No,
kind of
10. I
Oh!
don't have advantage.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm at a
Okay.
14 too.
Yeah, damn. Jordan did get the highest perception, so
Oh,
she.
I tied with Shivers
And
oh, that's true.
and
That's
Jasmine.
true.
Yeah, and Jasmine.
and Jasmine.
Gotcha.
Don't worry, fellas.
Okay, so I will say the three of you do kind of recognize that it is similar to some of the ooze that you spotted yesterday. Not that you fought in the abominations, but later as you tried to rest, and some of you caught glimpses of tendrils of this crawling along the walls.
Can Shivers like scrape a little bit out of it out of the way with his sword?
Okay, you
Just
use
walk
your
in.
sword. It has the consistency of some pretty fucked up, gross ooze, but it's not moving.
Aura is going to just kneel down and just stick a finger in it and then taste it.
Don't
Oh
taste
my
it!
god!
you did
No, that's fair. No, that's fair.
From the back is all. That's all you hear from Pierre is.
It immediately it tastes like rotten eggs. It is almost make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
It's
Boy, what are you doing? Oh, I can't control that, Maisie. There we go.
Oh yeah, you need a new Maisie. That's my Maisie.
You empty your stomach. Your breakfast comes right back up. The host that you were in absolutely rejects what you just put in your mouth.
How the
I like to
hell
think
have you
that
survived
the
this long?
I think his host is like yelling at him.
Oh, yeah.
mentally, like,
Your host is just screaming at you to please don't, and it
Aura stands up and looks over to Maisie and says, "Oh, this isn't my body."
you
Still, if it sounds like you're using a body to be able to, function and move around yourself, wouldn't it in your best interest to try and let it, last a little bit?
you take
Disposable.
6 points of acid damage as it just maybe touching it isn't as bad, but the second that you try to ingest it, it does not go well. Your host is very not happy about that.
We should continue on and maybe not taste stuff we find on the floor of a cave.
What is acidic? Yeah. And I took how much damage?
6 points of damage for it.
What?
And there's a slight aftertaste of almost like a kind of sulfur, very
Was that a
dry.
or a 6?
Sorry, 6.
Okay. It gives you a flat 6 damage if you taste it. Alright.
Definitely not tangy. Very
Salty.
no bitter, sour, disgusting. It makes you wretched. Makes you feel like your stomach curdles. It
Really got
awful,
bad
awful, awful. No, 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 no. It is not that. It is
This
not
is how
that.
the party, guys.
God,
Um,
let me just bump up this enemy's AC here.
I mean, if you can't roll above a 5, it doesn't. It's just a matter of time.
Hey Jeff, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so you guys are able to continue. That was what you find. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Is it like
Moves that as wide of Earth as she can without looking like she's trying to avoid it.
being serious for a second? Is it everywhere? Is it something we have to look out
It's-
for or avoid, or is it like localized to
Um,
one spot?
No, it's not everywhere, but there are definitely like patches of it, like splatters, places where there's evidence of it, and it's not like just in this area. If you wanted, you could like follow trails of it deeper in.
Shivers is definitely keeping an eye on it because the shit hole moved when he was on his watch last
Yeah,
night.
same. Once it's
Sorry.
pointed out to Kieran, he is keeping an eye on it.
Okay. It doesn't seem
Not
like
on any
this.
specific pile, but like whenever they see it, he's just like clocking where it is.
Like
seeing if
trailing it as
moves.
we're walking, yeah.
Okay. This is a great time to let you all know that my chicken wings are here. So I'm going to take just 5 minutes and hope to God that I don't spill fucking sauce.
I guess
all
it
over
was
my
about 30
fucking-
minutes.
Yeah,
Those
well,
chicken
Like, almost on the dot.
yeah, damn. Alright, 1 second.
Alright, gang. Well, she's not here.
How many more crude jokes could we make about the viscous white liquid?
How many of these mushrooms can I take and turn into something?
Oh, yeah.
In the cave of nut.
That's not very good. I do not like that. Not at all.
For some of you, this is very funny. For some of us, the nightmare never ended.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
Listen, I cope through dad jokes.
what the whoa. Don't do that again, whoever did that. Was that me by accident?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Literally
I
means
was
no.
on my. I was looking at my phone.
I did see a pop-up though.
Yeah, the soundboard opened on my end, and there was a soundboard noise. And
Roll
yeah,
20 was like, "Hey, you want to try a cool new feature?" And I immediately said, no."
they're
And then I walked
updating.
immediately away.
They're updating the UI for that thing in the corner that has like the arrow and the paint tool and stuff. It looks
See,
nicer,
that's cool.
but it's still.
I'm just gonna take like 10 minutes to just munch on this. Hang on.
I was gonna say, do we want to have a break?
I'm gonna pee. Real quick.
We'll just call it a very early kind of short break.
That's fine.
Show me. Yeah.
I heard a weird whisper just a second ago. Oh, because we've got something called Horror: The Dread by Kevin playing. Thanks, Kevin.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Kevin.
I just said the ambiance, you know?
mhm.
Isn't that wonderful?
Because you guys are in a creepy death cave. Not that kind of dungeon.
It is a horrifying death cave where you had to be 18 to enter.
I'm gonna fucking
Look.
riot.
Look, if you're in a horrifying death cave, you really should spend your last moments enjoying what you can.
Of a good philosophy to have, but not the case of what happened here.
By the way, all the glowy stuff on the walls, that's just map, right? That's not real life in game.
Mm. Yeah, that's just the map I used.
Cool.
What? No glowy stuff?
Hmm.
No glowy mushrooms? Damn.
Oh, come on.
I like me some glowy mushrooms.
Only slightly glowing ley lines.
If you want mushrooms, you just got to talk to Jasmine. She
Mm-hmm.
tripped
Yeah.
balls in the middle of the desert in the
She
middle
did.
of the day while not really 100% positive which direction you're going.
Nope,
That
and
could've
then
been
you
bad.
guys fought a camp of not bandits, the silver,
Bandits.
the jackals, while Jasminder was high off of her ass.
Hit me up, BB. I think this is the last one I'll do in honor of Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy Pride Month.
What the
I
last?
wish I had like the whole fanfare, like with the like the off-screen noise. Because
Yes.
if we kill Boss, you could play that. Gay.
Yes.
How's that chicken?
Is it good chicken?
That's pretty good, yeah. I'm just about done.
At least I have chicken.
It's very, very, very saucy. I just
Saucy.
like dumped it.
For your information, Jeff, I'm straight. I'm just an ally.
Hey, Jenny.
So
Jenny, are you there?
you
Jenny, are you okay?
Jenny, I need your help with something. It is very important.
hot Korean women.
Yeah, I need the name of the hottest K-pop star that you know, like that.
She is pooping. Let her poop in peace.
I was just going to bring out my victory voice again.
Just a minute.
Just accept that I am straight. I still support you guys and the lifestyle you choose to lead, but like,
Hey,
it's just not for me.
That's adorable. That went down the wrong pipe.
Right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the dying stream today.
Yeah, no, this is what happens when I try to, like, use the one sultry voice that I have, is I accidentally drink down the wrong windpipe,
we accidentally die.
and I accidentally die.
Is Jenny feeding you these, Jeff?
no,
Yes.
no, this is a one-man operation.
That's amazing. Because, you see, if I was gay, this would be the woman that I would go absolutely crazy for. It'd be like, I know her birthday and her blood type and everything, but
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
straight. So,
For what?
Continue to claim to be straight and will not include any hot women in my next game.
I'm straight. I don't...
Or any hot
Well, I
men.
think the whole party has to re-roll our characters for that game.
No one's allowed to be hot.
Wow, that dress she's
Okay,
wearing
hold
is
on.
very nice.
Alright, gang, hold on. Let me find a new character. Hold on, let's see.
It's a very beautiful dress. It really
I'll just give you an
accentuates her
actual
figure.
tree.
I guess we only heard
Whew.
saying hydrate or die straight and decided to die straight.
I don't believe in water.
There was no way those wings were mild. Holy moly.
Nonsense. D&D assets and
Oh,
character
pretty
art,
bad.
OCs.
Okay.
I guess we'll just have to retire Zeki if no hot women allowed. I mean, it would be
That whole
Ter-
thing, man.
it would be terrible to ban these apps, but you know.
Okay, bringing it back in. Bringing it back in.
Sure.
You guys are able to traverse further down into the caves. You can head down for about another 15 minutes or so, and then I need another round of perception checks. Also, it is not all full, like, descent, like, all the way down. Sometimes it levels off and kind of winds a bit.
Did it not happen? Oh, wow, that took 500 years.
That's an
Moving.
11, baby.
No.
Hell yeah.
16.
Whimsy!
A 16's not too bad.
Hey,
Damn.
G.
Okay, y'all are really, really hitting it on this round of perception checks. Hmm. By this point, it's also been, I would say, roughly 1 hour of the 3 that debuff is still in effect, Jordan. Between getting ready for the morning and traveling. Let's see. So, Maisie, Jordan with the 16, Shivers, and Aura. You each hear a voice from further down. A humanoid voice. Somewhat gravelly, barely detectable, kind of feminine slant towards the voice, but it's kind of hard to tell. Jordan, this voice is actually somewhat familiar to you, like a faded dream that you are just on the cusp of remembering. You hear the voice. Hello? Hello?
And that's down the. We're in like a corridor.
Yeah, you guys are kind of in a corridor and it's further down. Sounds a little ways off, like maybe 100 feet or so, but it sounds like they're calling out and trying to get someone's attention.
Jordan's down the hallway. She goes.
Can I insight check that? Because Maisie heard that, yeah?
Yeah, you can, I guess insight check the voice.
Shivers is going.
17. Yeah, she just.
Sounds pretty genuine.
Does it sound mortal?
Yes. It sounds somewhat similar to the kind of like tone and vocal register of a dragonborn. Just a bit of a deeper, gravelly kind of voice.
Here, can Kieran just stay to the back and like try to blend with the shadows as he gets the bow and arrow ready?
And what is everybody else doing as Joran heads further into the...
Oh, Shivers is just following her.
Yeah, Maisie will follow along. She'll probably also try to walk quietly in the back and just be less. She's not hiding per se. She's just trying to come off as less.
Audibly
Deathwinder
conspicuous
sees
as the rest of us.
Kieran
Yeah.
stealth. She's gonna stealth.
Unimportant.
Not
That's what I'm looking for.
as well.
Joran, you see a flash of black scales kind of turn a corner. And you hear a kind of dragging noise across the ground. No, get them away from me!
She's gonna pick up the pace. She's following after it.
You turn the corner to where the voice and the noise had come from, and it's gone. There's nothing.
Puts out like a little growl under her breath and turns and punches the wall.
Go on.
You alright?
I hate this fucking place.
Where? What?
Did we all hear the voice?
You did. Yes.
And so you seem upset by whatever we just heard. Someone you know?
Should have known better than fucking cave.
Well, we all heard it, so I mean.
Is there something about the cave voice that upsets you?
Here's something you know in a place that shouldn't know it. It's a little concerning.
That's why I wanted to leave here yesterday afternoon.
Jordan,
Jasminder just looks down in shame.
you hear a second voice. Tone somewhat different. It sounds like a different individual, but this one you can see a bit clearer in your mind. This one sounds more male. They're coming. We tried, but it wasn't enough. Get the children to safety. You guys all heard that.
Where did it come
like-
from?
Further into the cave. So further down this passage you guys are
Can
following.
Shivers just start going?
Jasminder was also gonna do that because, like, maybe it's an actual person there.
There's children to get to safety.
Okay.
With the let me see. I'm trying to see who, just in hindsight, who made the highest perception. It was Aura, and actually Aura, you would pick up on this. You detect just on the air the same kind of smell and that you had tasted earlier.
Hold on, everyone. This seems suspicious. The air is thick with this lime.
As he's saying that, can I potentially have Maisie roll some sort of a check for her to maybe think or see or liken whatever it is that they've found, if there's any hallucinatory stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, know what
I
this
know you know
is.
what this is, Jack.
It just fucking clicked in my head. I know what this is. Kieran would have no idea.
Nope. You can
Which
try to
one
make a
would I
check, but I can tell you now it's nothing that Maisie would have ever encountered or been familiar with.
But could I... Well then, like, not her pinpointing exactly it, but just the idea of, like, we're all hearing something, obviously, and connecting it to, like, maybe this is hallucinatory? Like, almost like a hallucinatory drug, only affecting...
You can go ahead and make I will say, a medicine check. DC pretty high.
Ooh, we love to hear that. Let's see. 11.
No, you can't quite get an idea of what's going on. It's kind of weird. It's kind of funky.
I mean, that'd be her running theory. She just can't connect it to anything.
Yep.
But I feel like Kieran's smart enough to put together we're being led deeper and the smell is getting worse. I feel like we're walking right into a trap. I have no idea how to prevent that from happening. Just everybody keep alert. I'm not so sure that there's children.
Agreed. I would like to say that I would love to be the first to go in. As I said before, this body is disposable.
You were saying, Aura, that you could smell what you tasted?
Yes. The air is thick with it.
It might not solve the problem, but maybe covering up our... She gestures to her mouth and nose. Maybe covering that up before we head in any deeper might help us with whatever's going on.
That's not a bad idea.
I should probably mention to you that poisons and toxins and mind-altering substances don't have any effect on me.
That's really good to know.
It's good.
I'm still going to readjust my shawl to act as a baklava, almost.
Baklava?
Now, it does affect my host, but my perception is separate from them.
I think Jeff meant balaclava.
Balaclava, yeah.
was gonna say, baklava here? Alright.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's eat.
Reset his
I-
shawl so that he could cover his mouth as well as keep the hood up.
I got you, yeah.
Shivers will just hold this bit of cloth that's at the bottom of his hood up.
Okay. As you guys kind of are readjusting your hoods and to kind of make shift masks, Jordan, what are you doing?
That second voice, was that familiar too?
Mm-hmm.
She's realized by now that that's like that first gut reaction probably was not the smartest thing to do to go charging out. So she's just kind of pacing back and forth in the hallway while the party's having this conversation.
Ara will look to Doran. I think it was Doran that demanded that they stay like next to each other. And Ara will ask, "Are you comfortable with me taking the lead?"
At this point, I don't think you'd do any worse to us in this fucking cave.
Well, yes, then. If something is waiting to ambush us, or something is setting up some kind of lure for us, something, it would probably be good for me to be up ahead, because I could stand to lose this body and that'd be fine.
Fine.
Alright. I'd say give me 15 feet.
Just as you guys are about to start heading out, Jordan, you hear the first voice again. Jordan! Is that you? Calling from further within.
You see her kind of, she tenses up. She's like, now that it's been made clear that none of this is really real, or at least they presume so, and she doesn't really have much on her person that could be like constitute a scarf, so she'll try to find something like a spare blanket on her person or something to try to start wrapping it around her snout to block some of that what she thinks is fumes in the air.
Jasminder has like a singed blanket.
I think
She'll offer it.
she does have like a blanket in her pack for her own.
I was gonna say Maisie has a few like sacks. She can repurpose one into something to cover her.
Yeah.
Jasminder will use her singed blanket if Joran doesn't take it.
If this is indeed a poison, we should probably, or, an airborne anything, we should make a call to head in further or head back right now and stop standing and breathing in it.
Arya is walking down the hall.
And we should also not let the guy who thinks he's a ghost inhabiting a body go further.
Oh, wait. Jasminder can hold her breath. I don't need this.
You hear, just kind of more consistent, that voice calling for you, Joran. And only at the very end, of you guys kind of just starting to make your way down, do you hear, Sunspot.
She is just growling under that blanket, and she's trying very hard to keep that 15 feet that Aura asked for. But every once in a while she does kind of like speed up, like she's gonna start pacing, and forces herself to kind of slow back down a bit to maintain that distance. She's like, I want out of here.
You guys continue for about another 10 minutes. And as you guys are heading further in, the voice has stopped, but you do hear scuffling footsteps. Hear distant kind of vague noises. You're not able to quite make out what it is, but I will go ahead and move you guys to this new map.
We love a new map.
Oh yes. And you guys can put yourselves in marching order. So I'm over. There we go. I hope you're not able to see anything. It should be dark. I put
All
you
I can
guys.
see is
Or,
green.
It's darker
Are we supposed to be up in this area
Um,
or down
you're supposed to be
in where?
down.
down here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to be
Okay,
down there.
there you go.
So,
We didn't see that, not at all.
yep.
Uh,
I'm not using this whole map. I'm using
Jasmine,
one
I would
portion of
like
it.
to be shoulder to shoulder with Jordan.
Oh, is there room for shoulder to shoulder?
Well,
Not
we
at this
want-
point. As you guys kind of turn this corner, it does kind of become single file, pretty close for comfort. There's maybe just enough room for Oz to fly, either in front or in back.
Shivers puts Jasmine behind them.
I was just gonna say he did that. Yeah, I was just gonna say he did it. You know me so well.
Poor Jasminder.
He's not
Jared's-
even struggling against it at this point.
He was really
He's like,
nice about
"Wait."
it. He just walked up to her and was like, "Could you come over here, please?" And he's already grabbing her and like just sort of rotating him around,
Jared's
rotating him
accidentally
around.
made her a prisoner of Shivers for like the rest of time.
You do notice as well as you kind of descend into this layer of the cave or ley line, the glow becomes stronger. It's almost just a consistent dim light. So even those of you without dark vision are able to see under the glow of this strange, almost kind of unnatural looking light.
Do we see anything? Do we see scales? Do we see
Um,
people? Do we see...
No, you hear voices further down the hall. And for my sake, I'm gonna say that there are walls where there are not, but I'll just leave you. I'll unlock or show the path that you guys are able to follow. It's pretty small, definitely a lot more concentrated. Like, it was pretty open cavern before when you guys faced off against the Gibbering Mouthers. It's much more like funneled and kind of getting harder to traverse.
There we go.
And you guys do see several more kind of splatters of that same kind of viscous ooze. Not moving. But there are definitely traces of it all throughout this hallway.
Does it look like it's left over from something moving?
Make a perception check.
Sure.
That's a great question.
Like, does this ooze belong to something?
I don't have advantage. I forgot to turn it off from the stealth, so it's a 16th, not a 20.
16 on the 20? Okay.
Yeah.
With the 16, I think you would be able to discern that, there are trails of it, like, something maybe left a part of it and then moved, and it's kind of, like, drag marks across the floor, maybe across the wall about, at, like, where if you were to put your hand out, it's at about a humanoid, maybe slightly taller level.
Just nailed random.
But it's like slug trail, it's not like footprint. And it's like
You
slug
do
trail
see-
along
there
the
are-
wall.
Somewhat. You do see discernible footsteps amidst it's both. So there are footsteps about the same size and shape as Joran's.
Something's down here with a pet, I think. Be careful.
Aura sniffed some of the slime.
Sulfur.
Yep.
Very
Same.
strongly sulfur.
Ooh, sulfur.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Does this sound familiar to Aura at all?
I'll say no. This isn't like anything you've encountered before. Even in your kind of search for ley lines and magical activity, you haven't quite encountered anything like this.
Okay. It doesn't seem anything fey or spirity.
Mm-mm. No, I would say neither of those things.
Alright, cool. Well, this is weird.
That it is. You can see this kind of winding path. It does lead, there's a bit of fallen rock. It's not enough to, like, block the path completely. But you can see that, or as you kind of come across the other side, the cavern starts opening up slightly. Almost like you guys were traveling through, like, a capillary, and you broke down the wall, and it's like in Minecraft, when you're just, like, going through the, like, tiny little, like, 1 square long dungeon, and then you hit the massive underground caverns. That's kind of like what happens here.
We also fall 9 blocks down and just die.
In lava? No. Luckily, there is no lava here. But Aura, you do see, and as you kind of come across the corner, you do hear voices. Joran, you recognize these as the voices of your mothers. And you do actually see, as you turn the corner, both of their forms. The rest of you see 2 dragonborn women. One is very kind of broad-shouldered, very muscular. You can see she, kind of barbarian, very kind of rough, rugged leathers, for armor. Very sharp frills, or not frills, kind of pointed horns, and scales. You can see, all completely black scales. And then you can see she's speaking with kind of a slightly smaller figure, a black and silver, kind of dual-colored dragonborn, kind of similar to how Joran has multiple kind of patches of different colors. You can see this one is in lighter leathers. You can see there's kind of a couple swords at her back that are smaller than the massive hammer that the black dragonborn carries. And as soon as you guys enter, they kind of look over and look surprised. Is Joran with you?
Yeah.
Jasmine just kind of like pushes Joran forward, like.
Aura, Aura just like is gonna climb down this ledge a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and is looking around this room.
Ooh.
Because is there anything special about this room?
Are all those
Great
bones
question.
there?
Yes. Well, sort
Fuck,
of.
are there bones?
In this cavern, you can see it
Oh,
looks
these are
like
all
the
bones.
convalescence of all of these strange, almost like root-like systems that have been kind of slightly trailing along the walls. They all kind of converge in this pulsing, dimly lit room. It's rather large. You can see a number of kind of rock pillars throughout, and it is about that vibrant green. You can't see the remnants of as many corpses as are in this room, but you do notice a couple. For anything else, I'm gonna ask for a perception check real quick. Which DC is not super hard for.
Aura is specifically trying to reach out and if the core of the Layline is in this room.
Okay, for that, make an Arcana check. Anyone else is free to make, or I guess Maisie made a perception check.
I forgot to turn advantage off again, so that's a natural 2 for a total of 7.
7 is-
21.
Holy
Arcana.
shit. Okay, so, before I go into that, Joran, how are you responding to the sight of these 2 individuals in front of you? Alive and healthy.
So she got pushed a little bit by the others when she was initially called, and Joran's
Like, just like a little.
Like,
He
hey,
did-
they Hey,
quote unquote pushed.
there's two ladies that look like your moms that are asking about you. Just like tap forward.
Just like a little nudge.
Yeah, she's like she's motionless, and the blanket is still like around her face, but it's still pretty hard to like read facial expressions off of her without being able to see like her mouth at all. So she's just kind of staring dead at them for a minute, and then she slowly reaches for her hammer, looking at the all black one. She goes,
Yeah.
"You're not real."
They're not
The black dragonborn, her face kind of narrows, and she has a distinct look of disappointment on her face as she regards you, Joran. Is that any way to treat your mother? Here. You know how long I've wanted to see you.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Stop playing with their faces.
As you say that, the rest of you, of those of you that rolled perception checks, that is Maisie and Jasminder, you both rolled high enough. You see some movement, a kind of mass of this kind of ooze that you've seen trails of. You see it towards the back of the room, just moving slightly, almost like a pulsing. And Oro with a 21, you can definitely tell that there is a strong convergence of whatever energy is here present. Now I will note, it's not like it was before the shattering. From what you remember, it does not feel as inviting, as whole, and like being able to breathe the fresh air for the first time in a while. It's like breathing in the, but it's got a sour kind of smell to it. It's not as it should be. Something's off, and you can't quite tell what it is. It seems strained. And that kind of song that you heard earlier, very faint. Those of you with a closer connection to magic, or what remains of it, would be able to hear it a little more faintly. It is, for lack of a better word, stressed.
And is there like an insight check to be made to try to determine the source of the stress?
I'm gonna say no, not at this current moment. But you do see these two dragonborn individuals, and you can see Joran, the black one, still looks very, very disappointed. Sunspot, we're here. You're alive. I am.
You're not.
Orin, some explanation?
Drop the hammer.
Jasminder's gonna lean into Joran real quick and kind of just whisper, I can attack, but if this does happen to be your mother, that would be very...
Oh, my internet's cutting out, I think. Oh god. Oh no.
She died.
I lost like
she left.
20 seconds, I'm so sorry. My internet cut out.
We just asked Joran, hey, explain, and Joran said that the black one died and that the silver one left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Died.
After Joran points at the Black Dragonborn and says, they died, Jasminder's gonna throw a dart.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Okay.
So like died. Like you beheld
Like
their
I
dead
watched her
body
bleed
dead.
out on the stand in front of me.
It's
Yes.
gonna be
Okay,
so
don't-
weird if I stab your mom in the face. I'm so sorry.
16 hits. Roll damage.
Lovely, lovely.
I'll post an image. Excellent. You see the dart fly and connect right in the square center of her chest. And it goes straight through and out the other side, and there's just a hole in her chest, and she looks very angry, so I need you guys to roll some initiative.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
hour.
This was going to happen.
That went through her. I just want to point out that that went
Shivers.
through her.
Damn, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's more
I mean-
like it, Kieran.
Don't worry, everyone. The 2 frontline tanks rolled a nat 2 and a nat 1 respectively.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want you guys to
Narratively
know,
works.
rolling my actual physical
Excuse me, not
dice
for me.
tonight, my
Did you get
rolls
one?
tonight have been a 2 and a 1 so
We
far.
love-
Hey!
we
real.
love to see
Look
it.
at you.
So, it's going great so far.
Also, how far into the 3 hours are we? That debuff is still active?
I would say you're about somewhere between 1.5 and 2 hours. That debuff is
Oh, wow.
unfortunately still active.
I don't think it matters with my initiative because I got a nat 1.
It's okay, your mom rolled nat 1 too, like mother, like daughter.
Which one though?
Yes.
Does Doran look like either?
She looks like the black one specifically.
Okay.
Similar build, similar black scales.
Jeff, am just a nosy son of a bitch, and I wanted to know if maybe she was adopted or if one of these was her birth mom. Or how that works, even. I don't know.
That is up to Jordan to explain if she would like later.
You can
I
dig
feel like
into
my
it, but
mom
not about to
would
get her faces
be-
ripped off.
It's my mom, she got married to a woman 10 years her junior, after having 3 children and being with 3 different men.
That
and
that is not
realizing
what
she might be
happened.
gay.
Okay.
No, Kieran already feels bad enough about, clarifying. You saw this mom die, right?
No, we just really
Tell me
watched
more
them
about
have
your
mega
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. First up, Kieran.
Okay. So, Kieran saw the dart go through Mom A.
Yep.
But he didn't roll high enough to see the pulsing at the back.
No, he did not.
So he's going to use his bonus action to hide.
Okay.
That he has advantage on. $27.
27. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, you're...
I mean,
Hang on,
he'll-
let me...
he'll-
Okay, yeah, no, you
he'll
are...
fuck.
You're hidden. I will say,
Okay.
for the sake of your stuff.
And then he'll make an attack at Mom B. With his
The
short bow.
silver dragon
Yes, for 23.
form. Holy shit. 23, will hit, yeah.
And it actually makes contact with something?
You can see and roll your damage.
Okay. Let me make sure sneak attack is on. It is indeed. It's common. That's a total of 15.
You watch as your arrow goes in the front and then out the back. It's very similar to the dart that Jasminder threw.
Can I try to figure out why?
Sure. Go
Like,
ahead and
is-
make an intelligence check to try and figure out what's happening as they just sort of go in one side and out the other.
That's a total 20.
Not only does it go straight in and out, the figures don't look particularly perturbed by your attacks. They don't look super distressed. They look more annoyed than anything. They don't show signs of actually being injured.
I figured that, but there's nothing like to insinuate what it was that, like, why they're there.
Yeah. You aren't, unfortunately, without seeing the thing in the corner, you aren't able to quite make out why or what reason there is behind.
Okay,
You gather
that's
that
fair.
they're just kind of like empty shells.
All right, that's fair. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is this bit over here actually here, or is that just
No, that's not actually there.
okay? Then he's
Or,
gonna stay where he
I'll
is.
say it's a slight off-center, but it's just like a side area. It's not a full, like,
Okay,
passage further down.
Yeah, no, as long as there's an area there to go towards, he's going to start making his way in that direction and get about there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me just double check that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep.
Okay, next up, Jasminder.
Wow. Hi. Jasmine is going to look back at Shivers and say, I am so sorry. And dart off.
Poor man.
Is this like a clip? Do I have to
No,
do
it's just
or
like
I
a
can just
small
go?
dip down into this main area.
Lovely. Okay, we are going to do a 1-2 combo with the side of biscuit.
Did Jasminder roll high enough to know that there was the pulsing behind? And
She
she
did.
also knows that
Did.
the dart went right through the woman she's about to punch.
Yep.
Okay.
That's my first attack.
Alright, 14 hits.
Cool. And 7. Does my fist go right through them?
Yes, and as soon as you make contact with her, like physical contact, you feel that same kind of consistency. It is not a humanoid, it is not a dragonborn that you are, like, striking right now. It has the same, like, it is the goop. And you notice a kind of rippling effect as the blow reverberates through her body. And it is definitely it is very clearly in this moment that, oh, this is not actually a dragonborn woman. This is something really messed up. And you can see both of them drawing their weapons.
Thank you. I do have a couple more things here.
Okay.
Where on the map was the moving thing that I saw?
Over here.
Oh,
So behind this pillar.
It's far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, you gotta scroll up.
Zoom.
She's picking over. She pick it up here. Like you
Way
probably
over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I am going to I moved 30 over here. I'm going to move another 15. Do with that what you will.
Okay. There's going to be an attack of opportunity on you.
I wouldn't expect less.
That is a 25 to hit.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that hits. You get to do something cool now. Go for it.
I do.
I'm so proud of you.
Annie's first hit of the campaign.
No. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage, and let me grab my B4. So I'm using physical dice because I don't want to put it. And so you take 7 bludgeoning damage as you watch this dragonborn woman's I'll say it's an axe. Unless, I guess, real quick, Doran, your weapon, did you get it after the Silver Watch? Or did
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jordan's she got after the silver watch.
Okay, yeah. So this would be an axe that she brings down towards you, and as soon as it makes contact, you hear a sharp, painful ringing in your head, as you also take 6 psychic damage.
Ow.
And we all see the axe kind of just thud against her as opposed to making like an incision into her.
Yes. It has a weird sort of like almost like mind-bending effect as you see it connect, but then not. But it still seems to it still hurts as it's a pretty solid thud. It's gonna bruise. But that is the opportunity attack that it gets.
Lovely. Jasminder is gonna kind of stumble from the ringing in her head, but I am going to use a key point and step of the wind my way over to where I saw the movement.
Okay, cool.
I was over
As
here,
soon
right?
as you're over there, I will put the actual.
I'm so sorry, Shivers. You're a really good bodyguard. Just
Ooh,
know that.
he's tiny. He's a tiny boy.
It is. It's you see a roughly the size of a shorter person. It's about 4 feet in height, and it seems to be almost draped over something, and you can see it's bubbling with screaming faces and tormented expressions. You can see like wispy tendrils kind of coming off of it as you can see several strands of kind of solid ooze coming from this ghastly white ooze, I guess. And yeah.
Cool. This is where I saw the movement happening.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what you kind of saw out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, then Jasmine would be here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Maisie.
I think Maisie will just kind of, she sees Jasmine to rush off, sees like the weirdness that's going on over there, but regardless, just because of how it is, I think she'll reach out to our buddy here, Joran, just like hand on the arm or somewhere, and just like, Joran, listen, I don't know what your relationship so much is with your mothers as it seems, but just know we're behind you, okay? Whatever the hell it is going on in here. They ain't real, no matter what's going here. Alright? And I'm going to give her the help action. So you will have advantage on your next, I think it's check or roll. I don't think it goes to saving throws.
It's anything. Help
Oh,
action
is
can
it?
be for anything, really.
Perfect. I'm giving you help, so have a free advantage on something. That's
I like
essentially
how Maisie was just so verbally supportive that it translates into physical help.
you know, she's just like, we're backing you, okay? Moral of the story. Whatever you want to do, we're here, okay? You're not alone in this. Whatever the hell that's doing with them. But I otherwise think Maisie for now is going to stay as is, because Maisie's unsure if she's going to be much help. I don't know if she could maybe do... Oh, I don't know. Is there any of that goop on the walls that we've seen before?
Yeah, there are there are parts of it, but none look as put together as the two figures, and you can see some of it on the ground by them. And you can see just out of the corner of your vision, Jasminder engaged with what looks like a large pile of it.
I don't know how much this will translate. Can Maisie do any, and you could say no because I used her action, can she do any sort of check or something to see if there's any particular qualities of this goop that is notable to maybe help her friends out?
The great question. Make a perception check.
Perception check, not investigation. I mean, I'll do perception check if you want perception check.
Sure. I'm like trying to rack my brain about what kind of check it would be. I'm just gonna say perception since it's kind of wisdom based.
Let's see. 17.
17. Ways to help you're not quite sure, but you do see almost kind of like puppet strings like, going back across the room. You see two white strands. It looks like coming from Joran's mother's.
Hey, it looks like they're attached to something. Some sort of string? Made of whatever the hell that substance is. Oh, I gotta watch my language so I don't start doing that when I get home. Still, there's strands. There's some sort of string. And that's her turn.
Okay. Aura.
Where did Aura sense the center point of this ley line is?
Right about where that massive ooze is, right about over where Jasminder is also.
Okay, cool. Aura is going to dash.
Hello?
Alright, he's going to dash.
There we go.
Yes, one more. Okay. Yeah. Right here. Is there enough room for him to be there?
It's a tight squeeze, but I'll say, yeah, the two of you can kind of stand side by side, kind of next to that column.
Aura is going to look to Jasminder and say, "This might seem a little gross, but don't freak out."
I'm so prepared to freak out. Oh.
And Aura is going to take his scimitar and plunge it into his stomach.
Yeah! Yeah, get out of it!
What?
And
like, stands ready to fight and just looks over at Aura.
Sydney,
Scimitar in his gut.
I messaged you, right?
I did see what you messaged me, yes.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it, or do you want to describe it?
You can go ahead and describe it. I will say it doesn't happen immediately.
No. It's the starting of it. It's
yeah. Okay, yeah, you can describe the beginning of it.
Okay. As Aura stabs the scimitar into his stomach, you see him pumping up blood, and you see the flesh around the cut starting to peel back and bubble and boil up. And there's this sort of oppressive, necrotic feeling in the air, all in the direct vicinity around him, within 5 feet of Aura at the moment. And bubbling tendrils of flesh begin to spread out from the wound, as the rest of the body begins to also bubble and contort and build up in this grotesque fashion. And that's the end of Aura's turn.
Yes, it is.
Jasminder's just watching this happen. It is like eyes wide, mouth hanging open, like.
So, Oz, it's your turn.
Oblivious to that body horror happening in the back of the room, Oz is gonna take a big swooping journey over back behind them, and he's gonna go ahead. That is not Oz's sheet. Oz is gonna take a beak attack at Rash there.
Alrighty.
That is a 13 to hit.
13 unfortunately will not hit.
Cool. That's Oss's turn.
Alright.
It's OC! OC! Forever!
Forget this happened.
Oh god, sorry. Funny chatter in the chat right now, but let's see. First up, Jasminder. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's go,
You okay?
Jasmine. You
Alright.
got this. You're a monk. That's some monk shit. Wait, no. I think they only have. I think they only have dex and strength for some
You're
reason.
so right, BB.
Oh. Oh,
You
this
have
is
five.
inspiration if you don't want to fail it.
You're right. Inspiration. Leave me alone.
You can spend 2 to crit if you have 2, but you can also just spend 1 to reroll.
No, I have the one because I think I used the other.
So go ahead and reroll.
That's a natural
Hey!
one.
Nice.
Okay, I will put my d8s away. Nothing happens.
No bullshit for you.
However, it is going to make an attack against you, a separate attack, as one of the undulating, twisted faces from this mass reaches out towards you. That it does. And so that is a 14 to hit.
No.
Alright, so it misses as it, the space kind of comes out at you and, just barely, hits the ground in front of you.
Wait, a face just tried to hit me?
Yeah, just like a human, twisted, fucked up looking humanoid face.
Like, it just, like, I got a face
It's made, it looks like it's made out of white ooze, but I'm actually gonna throw a few images in the chat if you guys have. Let me just.
It's a face. The face tried to eat you. Why is this so hard to believe in Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons?
Did it try to, like, take a bite of me? Or, like, I'm so confused.
No.
Yeah,
Is it like
basically.
a yo-yo? The face is like a yo-yo?
Yes.
So there's that, and then there's also. I will share an image of the other dragon one because there are two in this cave right now.
You guys fought one of these before.
In our other campaign. But it is Thuzy's turn. It is going to spend its whole turn doing that. Your mothers are strangely still throughout this Joran. They don't seem to be really reacting. But Shivers, you're up.
Jesus Christ. Hey, sorry to the larger Joran's mom. I gotta move first, so... I don't think that's enough to hit her, is it? Does it count if they're like diagonal to you? Is that still 5 feet or is that different?
Yeah.
It's
Why
still
would
5
that
feet.
be?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never hit somebody diagonal to me until now. Well, yeah. Fuck her. I'm hitting her. She's getting sorted.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit because I want advantage. Does a 25 hit?
A 25 will hit, yeah.
Okay. Shivers is gonna like run up and just like with the entire force of him running, just like swing it at her for 15 damage.
Okay, for 15.
Damn, Shivers. Oh yeah, let's go. That's it
Okay.
right now. That's me. Can he? I'm assuming he can see Jasminder over there.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. He'll make his way over her soon, just not at this exact moment.
Alrighty.
And that's me, folks.
It is Joran.
Yeah, she's gonna hop down this little ledge, get right up into this space here, so she's blocking one's approach to Shivers, and she can still hit the other, and she is gonna take a big swing with her maul at Rash.
Okay.
17 to hit,
It does. Yes.
15 damage.
Let's go.
Oof, nice.
And
Uh,
that is gonna be for her.
So what you see happen as Shivers and Joran both kind of combined, you bring your greatsword and your maul up around towards Avash at kind of the same time, and Shivers, your sword kind of cuts through, and as it slices clean through, the flesh, the ooze kind of mends itself on the as like instantly as the cut happens. And your sword comes clean out the other side, as the flesh just kind of knits itself together, and just in time to be kind of pushed in as Jordan, you take a smack with your maul, and it's like hitting very stiff jello with your maul, which this is the second time this has happened in the past few days. It's a very strange kind of sensation, but that's the best I can kind of describe it as. And Kieran, it is your turn.
Kieran, how narrow is the ledge over here, if there is one?
How do you mean?
Like, if he tried to run across to over here, would he be in danger of slipping down into this little pitted area, or...
No, I will say he is not. It's just kind of like a kind of jagged step in the rock.
Okay, cool. Then, tell me how much of this I can do.
Okay.
I would like to get over here using my movement. I would like to try to bonus action hide from this thingy up here that I now see people around. Kind of freaked out that this guy just stabbed himself in the stomach, but that's something that we'll deal with later. Then I would like to dip some of my arrows in the gibbering mouther poison, and shoot one at the guy over here.
Okay. Go ahead and go for it.
Because I'm assuming I see him now that people are surrounding him.
Yes.
Like, I get the sense that something's over there.
You do.
How many arrows can I dip in one turn?
What do you mean?
I would like to dip some of the arrow. Like I said, I'd like to dip
Oh,
some of the arrows into the gibbering mouther poison and then fire
sorry.
them at him.
Yes. I will say you can do one for your turn.
Okay, cool. And how many uses do I have of it?
Let me roll for it. You've got 5 uses of it.
Okay, cool. And 1 use per arrow?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, cool. And should I bonus action hide?
I will say it's your bonus action to apply the poison.
Okay, I still have somebody there just in case I hit. Then he lets his arrow fly. The 17 hit.
17 hits, yes.
Cool. I get sneak attack. How much extra damage does the poison do, if any?
I will say it does an extra d4. So,
1d4.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll, and that would be an extra d4 of acid damage.
No, this is
Or
poison.
Poison, my bad. Sorry, I got the two confused in my head.
And it's still just the 1d4?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. It's an extra
Oof.
1 for a total of 17.
I mean, 17's definitely not bad, and it looks, as you send an arrow coated in that poison, you see it connect a little bit more concretely with the bubbling ooze pile. You see it definitely seems to make more of an impact than the blows that are being directed towards the Dragonborn.
Hey, can he call out, hey, guys, hit the thing over by Jasminder. I don't think those are real. I have no idea what's going on, though. This could be a massive hangover hallucination. And that will be his turn.
Alrighty. Jasmine,
Oop, it's my turn again.
it is your turn.
We are going to punch. 21.
21 will hit.
Thank you so much. Minimum damage. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
But I am going to spend a key point to Flurry of Blows. So, boom, boom. 13 and a 16.
Alright. 16. The 13 misses, but the 16 hits.
Word. So, 8. Yeah.
Nice.
So, since I have now connected with it, I will extract aspects. Please, what do I learn of this creature?
Okay. What all do you learn about it? Remind me?
Vulnerabilities, damage resistances, immunities, that kind of thing.
Okay. You would notice it doesn't have any vulnerabilities or resistances, but it is immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, and prone.
Lovely. So no chance of knocking it on its ass.
Mm-mm.
But okay.
That's what you're able to kind of glean from it.
Lovely.
Maisie.
Has anyone else really gotten hurt all that much besides Jasminder?
Don't think so. She's the only one that got smacked, unless somebody got smacked while I was running to the bathroom real quick.
No, just Jasminder.
I've not been hit, I can say that.
I'm the only one that's been hit.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, Aura is dead, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stab this
Listen, you're a
spell
special case over there.
Our did commit seppuku for some reason right at the start of battle.
in front of me.
You know, for this one, I think Maisie's gonna actually just be on. I can't hold a dash, can I? Right? I think I
I
can.
don't-
I mean, it's your action.
It's an action, so I would say that you would be able to hold it, but you can't hold your movement.
True.
So I guess you could
Okay.
say you could use your action to, you could hold your action to dash.
Yeah, I think she'll hold an action to dash and just see how beat the shit people are, just to see where she has to respond, whether it be to these folks or whether it be over there. But that'll be it for then. She's just moving along that slope wall.
Okay. Sounds good. Then the aura, it is your turn.
Aura continues to bubble and grow, becoming more and more indiscernible as a humanoid, as the flesh of his arms and legs kind of fuse together and continue to just expand as they get larger, and tendrils of flesh start continuing to sprout from their body, and especially from the wound, with several of the larger tendrils that are coming from the stomach wound actually starting to reach out towards the ooze creature and trying to wrestle them away from the center of the ley line.
Okay. Us.
He is gonna continue doing what an Os does, and he's gonna take another beak attack at Rash. Is a 9 to hit.
A 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
He is trying his best.
He's doing great. We love him. The murder bird.
The weird ooze is throwing him off.
Who can blame him? It's pretty weird.
He's an animal. He doesn't understand jack shit about what's going on right now.
Nope. And it is the Uzurash's turn. We're gonna do another wisdom. Give me another wisdom saving throw. This time, I'll roll for it. So there's 3 of you. Interesting. Okay. Shivers, make a wisdom saving throw. As you see this dragonborn woman reach out to try and grab you.
About to make my ass forget the economy again. I don't have advantage, so that's 19.
That saves. So, okay, no, you're fine. Actually, here's what happens. This dragonborn reaches out, and you can see now, as some damage has been dealt to the kind of originator, it's starting to look less and less specific to Jorn's memory. It reaches out for you, and you can see it trying to search for, you can feel it trying to pull and tug at your memories. You don't have any to give.
Idiot. He burned his memories away with drugs.
It does, however, still have an attack that it is going to make, let's say towards, Jasminder, because you've been doing some damage up there to the main little thing there. That is a 25 to hit. And Jeff, no, it's not gonna hit you because it has melee, and you are like a bajillion feet away. So...
I haven't scrolled down. I literally haven't seen Kieran in like the past 12 minutes. I don't know where he is. Oh no, there he is. Right.
Yeah, no, he's just been sniping the fuck out of this thing.
I found him.
But yeah, that is a 25 to hit for 5 bludgeoning damage and D4s here. 6 psychic damage. Is that kind of ringing in between your ears, keeps pounding behind your eyes.
Keep that total damage in your mind because I think Jasminder might be AFK.
Oh no! That was,
Oh, was that to me? I just sat down.
No, you're good. Yeah, the, ooze reaches out to smack you, and it, hits for 5 bludgeoning damage and 6, psychic damage, as the ringing kind of pounds, behind your eyes, more.
What it roll to hit?
Like a 25. It was a, yeah, 25.
You're lucky that hits.
It was very high. It was
It was extremely high. It rolled a net 18, so do with that what you will.
I don't have shield.
So, Jasminder, I do want to mention that from the flippy blob that is, or was, Aura, you can hear grumbling for this thing to let go of the Layline. It's like, let go of the Layline. It's mine.
We got to kill Aura now, you got.
You like glitched just a little bit while you were talking, and it really added to the effect of the whole thing.
Alright. Shivers, you're up.
This thing hit Jasminder, so I gotta go hit it. 15, 20. You get an attack of opportunity, by the way. 25, 30.
Oh, sweet. It's gonna take it.
Sorry, Jordan. I'll just have to leave you to
Penalty.
beat the shit out of your dead mobs alone.
It's a 12 to hit.
I
I
mean,
rolled shit.
sure, go ahead if you want to.
That's
does
not
that
how
still-
this works!
Does
Does
that
a
still
12
trigger my
hit?
sentinel? Because if she tried to attack somebody,
Yeah, so it would trigger your sentinel.
I'm gonna take a swing. And I'm gonna mention this now. I'm gonna roll my pseudo bane dice. I forgot to do that for my last attack. Do you want me to retroactively roll that too?
What did you roll last? I think it was like really high, wasn't it?
It was a 17.
Oh no, it might
attack again?
have been able to, just for fun, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll a d4 to see if the 17. You have to, No, it would
okay.
still hit. It would have still
Okay.
hit. So you're
This
fine.
one was a total of 14.
Just hits.
Damn. Okay. 10 damage.
Okay.
So not only does it hit Shivers, but then she gets her fucking little slime head smacked in for the attempt.
She does.
Shivers is gonna dash to here. And he doesn't really have much to do, because he did just do... Wait, if I action surge, I just get my action back, right?
You do.
Get my action surge. So that I can, like, move. Like, Shivers gets over here, and it's just, like, to his left and right, it's like a horrible, awful pit of flesh. And not that Shivers has the context to understand why that's as bad as it is, and why that's as disgusting as it is. But he does know that this thing hit Jasminder twice, and that Aura kind of looks like he's about to explode. So, can Shivers just grab her and move her? Like, strength check, just move her somewhere. Throw her if he needs to. Just get her away from the situation.
Gonna say it would have made another opportunity attack, but you did use its reaction. It did use its reaction just now. So I will say, she's your ally, so you don't necessarily need a strength check to move her. It's just you can move her with half of your movement.
Oh God.
So whatever movement you have left, you can use half of it. You can move it. You can only go half your movement with her.
Okay. I gotta ask, Jasminder, do you actually want to be moved?
Oh, well, yeah, if you want to be moved.
Do you want to be moved?
Jasminder's not gonna object to being moved.
Okay, cool. Shivers doesn't have, like, nearly any movement left. She's literally gonna move to this square.
You can use your action surge to dash again if you want.
Oh, is it not an action to move her?
That's
no, it's just your movement, yeah.
I used action surge to get over here.
Oh, you dashed twice to get there?
No, I hit action surge so that I could move.
You have your
so
movement?
that I could move her. Oh, it gives me my movement back? Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Well, you could use your action to dash. Yes.
Well then, yeah. Oh, then I can move her, like, 15 feet.
Yes, you can go 15 feet.
I'm gonna throw you like a football. I want to move her here.
Just shove the girl. She's fine.
Shivers. It's quite unceremonious, but Shivers literally just comes over and just, like, one hand is, like, grabbing the back of her collar, one hand's grabbing the bottom of her shirt, and he's just kind of slinging her around. She's good at jumping. She'll land on her feet. He knows that.
Are you moving with her, or are you, like, yeeting her?
Shivers is chucking me over here.
He chucked her. It's a good decision to move with her, but it wasn't the decision that I was making. So
okay, just wanted to check. I'll just, for the sake of it, allow it. And keep things right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, Joran.
Hey, we're gonna do the thing again. I don't know how this is 3 attacks in a row. But that makes it a 13, so I don't think that hits.
No, unfortunately, it does not hit.
That's fine.
But, yeah, no, your mothers look like they're just fully fighting. They're not really holding anything back. They don't seem like they're too perturbed by the sight of fighting you.
Question, has the other one moved at all?
Yes. She's kind of like, is in a battle-ready stance, but she hasn't made any active, like, moves against you, not like Brash has. They both have kind of become, their movements much more sluggish. As you can see, there's been a lot of movement and action happening over here, but they have not been moving quite as much.
Gotcha. Just
Almost
for
like
flavor,
delayed
after she
response.
she whiffs that attack, she's gonna pull that like blanket mask down so she can kind of like bare her teeth with them.
Lovely sound effect. That really sold it.
Oh yes. Karen, you're up.
Okay. Again, tell me if this is too much, and I will absolutely take disadvantage on the attack to try and get this to work. I would like to tie the bottle of Ankeg acid, not the poison, the acid, to the end of an arrow and try to hit the thingy over there. This guy.
So you're attaching a full vial.
Of the acid, because you can't dip an arrow in acid, otherwise you don't have an arrow anymore, because, you know, acid.
Right. Yeah, it like eats through things. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And he doesn't think he's strong enough to throw it that far, so he wants to use the arrow as a delivery mechanism to get the acid onto the thing to see if that has any effect. He's just experimenting at this point.
make I will say disadvantage because it's going to be really unwieldy. I might also bump up the AC just a little bit because you would have to do it with enough force to also break the bottle.
Okay. Can you just do that as a free object interaction?
Sure. Yeah, to tie the
Cool.
acid on there.
Then I would like to come up here and use my bonus action to hide to try to cancel out that disadvantage.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Alright, this isn't an advantage because it's staying still stealth, it's not movement stealth. 17.
Okay. I will allow it. It's still so it's gonna be a straight roll, but the AC is I will say higher.
That's a natural 3 for a total of 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the force of the acid on your arrow, the weight it just isn't what you're used to. And the arrow falls short, and the glass breaks and shatters against the cave floor.
Okay, as long as it didn't hit any of my allies between here and there.
No, I will say it probably hit right around here.
Take that as a modified wind. That's his turn.
Okay. Jasminder.
Can I real quick say, because I was holding my... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
Can I just have Maisie use that dash to get closer to Jasminder since she looks like shit?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Alright, that's all.
Jasmine. Back here now. Because I did just get thrown, and you know what? That's probably a good.
You did get thrown.
So we're just gonna throw a dart. 23.
23 will hit.
Lovely. 7 points of piercing damage.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Okay. It is looking rough, by the way. This pile of ooze. Parts of it are kind of sloughing off of the sides. Some of the faces are starting to bubble and just like melt onto the floor.
I don't think I have any bonus actions I can take. Well, free bonus actions I can take from way back here, so that's my turn.
Okay. Maisie, it is your turn.
Alright, I get up to Jasminder, and she already is like pulling out her supplies and everything, and she's going to patch up. Do a little patch job. 13, and bonus action, I'll slap a 20 on a heal.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I rolled high.
Oh yeah.
God, those are some good ass band-aids.
Yeah, she just comes forward. She wraps up real quick, just like truly a patch job. Right then and there. It's like, don't do something stupid. But she will turn and head back a little bit more towards Joran, just because she doesn't want to leave Joran all by herself right now.
I love Macy being like a little pick through.
Yeah.
Listen, She's a patcher. That's basic. It is basically medicine. Quick.
On the go.
Yeah, that's gonna be her turn. She's just gonna move a little bit closer to Joran just to make sure she's.
Alrighty. Aura.
Well, aren't you all just looking forward to seeing what I've got up for you next?
I'm ready. I moved myself over here just to get the front row seat.
He pulls out a single cowboy hat. Possessed.
So, as Aura's body continues to bubble and boil and grow, the armor, the leather armor, and the clothing and everything that had been on them and raining against the force of this sweat kind of bubbling out, tears and breaks apart. And you see their body just burst outward, expanding out, going up in one size category as this wave of meat and bone comes out from them, leaving behind only a thin pillar of flesh and spine in the middle, supporting a skull with bits of flesh still clinging to it, along with a little bit of hair, as the rest of it comes out in these tendrils that almost form a fleshy flower. And the tendrils of it continue to batter down on and try to subdue the pseudopods of this ooze creature, and try to remove it from the Layline.
Okay. Make a say strength check.
All right. This can be. Oh wait, I already command. That's a command. That is a command.
Unfortunately, it's an advantage.
Huh?
Did
That's
you
your-
say you have advantage?
No, that's just the straight roll.
Oh, okay.
And with this form, they probably have slightly higher strength than they previously had. This is probably +3 instead of a +2.
So 17?
Yes.
Unfortunately, did roll higher on the opposing check. So it is not moved, but you are definitely making progress, and you can tell as you're trying to move it, it's starting to lose its strength. It's hanging on with what little remains. Slowly but surely, you're making progress on it. Os.
Yeah, Os is gonna come down and dive bomb Rash again. That will be an 8 to hit. He is still doing
Oh,
great.
buddy.
But now as part of that kind of miffed attack, he's gonna swoop and try to move back over this way, out of melee range.
Okay. Then that it is the ooze's turn, and it is very angry. So it's gonna make some attacks here. Firstly, I need I'll just flip a coin. It's even. So it's even. Shivers, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Let's get it.
I feel like if he gets a natural 20, he should get a memory back from the Ublex.
Not
Not one of his own memories, but
Just
just
a
a
memory?
memory that the Ublex
Wisdom?
has inside of it.
Wisdom, you said?
Yes.
That is an 11.
Okay.
Get me!
So first, you are going to take
Oh, fuck. Why did I close my character
Um,
sheet like that was just it?
6, 13. 14 points of psychic damage. And,
Oh god. Let me just pull it. I ain't got
so
this
you
thing.
you don't have many memories to begin with. Most
God,
of
do I
yours,
not.
Shivers, are fairly recent with the people in this room. And it is... You're not sure what it is. There's this strange, almost magnetic pull coming from your chest as this creature makes contact with you, and you look over at the other people in this room, and you kind of think to yourself, what are they doing here? Who followed you? What are they doing? What? Who are these people?
Yeah.
That's all. However, it is going to get some attacks. Is an attack towards you, Joran, for a... God damn it, that's a 10 to hit?
Nope.
Fuck.
You know,
Well,
if you're using real dice, you can lie. I'll never know.
Anyway, Shivers, you get memory drained, and
Okay.
as a bonus action, you see kind of splitting off from the ooze, kind of this humanoid form taking shape as you see I will say you see another Jasminder just kind of walk out of this ooze. It doesn't look like her for a moment, but then this amorphous blob shape takes form as your friend, and the two of them are almost indiscernible from one another, looking back and forth.
So
The only
I still know Jasminder.
No, you don't. This is just
okay.
a random woman.
Okay.
Yes, Jeff, kiss the Ooblex. It'll go great for you. You'll never know the difference. It's gonna go great. That was an amazing throwback, actually. Thank you, Jeff. That's a throwback. Anyway, Shivers, it's your turn.
All right. Hell yeah. It's just sword time. This thing grabbed him. He doesn't necessarily know what occurred, but God, this thing's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna sort of great. I'm gonna roll that with advantage. I meant to fighting spirit. Just 15 now?
15 will hit, yes.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Here, let's go. Damn! For 15 damage.
Damn. I mean, that's pretty good. It's starting to look pretty rough. You managed to just cleave off several of these amassing faces.
He's like sawing back and forth through it. He's all like confused as fuck.
Understandably so. But Joran.
Yeah, Joran is gonna actually come swing up to this side of Rash. Don't you have anything you want to do with the other one if she leaves range?
Yes. She leaves range. It's gonna... Or, she's leaving, Sakura's?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 17 to hit?
Meets armor class.
Okay. So that is going to be 7 bludgeoning damage, as well as oof, 2 psychic damage. That was shit. So that's 9 total, I believe.
Yeah. She gets hit and she lets out just like the beginning of a roar, and she's gonna use her breath weapon down to line weapon, so hit both of them. Link that is a dex saving throw for them with a DC of 13.
Okay. DC 13, so 1 saves, 1 fails.
Cool. So the one that fails takes the full 5. The one that saves takes half as much.
Okay, so that's...
And that is, I believe, acid
7... 7 damage total. Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty. Yeah, just kind of chipping away bit by bit. It looks like the parts of itself that it had kind of moved off to be in the forms of Rash and Sakura are definitely starting to look damaged and weathered at this point. The tethers behind them look pretty rough. Kieran.
Kieran's gonna dip another arrow into the gibbering mouther poison. So he's got 3 uses of that left. Just real quick, gonna delete the ag acid. He's gonna use his bonus action to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
It's a 23.
Yeah, 23, you're hidden.
Alright, and he's gonna attack the main body of the weird ooze that's attacking everybody.
Okay.
Flip on to advantage. Short bow. Does a 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Alright, and you said it's an extra d4 for the poison?
Yes.
Roll 1d4. That's a total of 18 damage.
Holy shit, nice! Okay. Alrighty, got that down. Jasminder. There's just another you that's appeared on the other side of this ooze.
I was informed. There's just a me?
Yep, there's just a you, a copy of you.
It's a me. A Jasmine.
Okay, still not getting in there because Aura is, you know,
A lot of Kira.
they're thinking over there. I'm gonna throw a dart again.
Okay.
I gotta find my darts on my thing.
I will say you can't, from where you are, there is no line of sight with the ooze. Aura is taking up the space in front of you. You'd have to move around to make line of sight with it.
Swear to God, Aura.
Otherwise, it will just hit Aura. Unless you'd like to hit Aura. In which
Might
case, that
just
makes this a
do.
different encounter.
To
They're
be fair,
doing- they're doing
most
things.
of Ara is only like 4 feet tall right now. They are wide.
So is
Not
the
tall.
ooze? The ooze is only about 4.5 feet.
Because the center, there's a thin pillar of the flesh and bone in the center, and then there's the tendrils all around it, like a big giant flesh flower.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. We hate that.
Yep,
Fucking disgusting.
it's lovely.
Jasminder does go ahead and use her full movement to go around the rock and get behind the Flex thingamabobby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're flanking with Mr. Shivers.
It's really fucking weird to be standing next to myself. It's really fucking weird. But she is gonna take out her longsword because her fish just aren't doing what she needs them to do right. It's taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna slice.
Okay.
No.
No,
You're
yeah, that's a
flanking, though.
no. Yeah, that's true.
Oh!
You do have advantage. So roll again.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
I didn't call it. First did it. I will let you decide.
Either way, that is enough damage to get the, I think they've legally copyrighted. How do you want to do this? Murder! Murder time!
Murder time.
How would you like to murder?
Just murder time. That's how you call
yeah,
it.
that's,
until
I
now.
need, murder time! Go nuts!
Murder
Murder
time.
time.
Okay, so she is going to. She comes around this rock, and as she does, she whips the sword out of the sheath. And I think I still have some movement. So she's going to slice and barrel through the Ooblex in like samurai style.
Excellent. You slice through the ooze, and as your sword cuts clean through, you hear this kind of high-pitched whining noise as all at once there's definitely a fine point at which your sword hits, and you feel it slice, and as soon as you slice that little point of resistance, the entire thing collapses. Whatever was holding this strange being together is severed, and all at once you see the other crude form of yourself melt like water. Jorn, you watch, after unleashing your breath weapon, the images of both of your mothers kind of give you a somewhat pained expression and then just melt into water. That ooze just kind of dissolves and fizzles onto the floor. And in this moment, the ooze has melted away, and Aura, you see towards the back of this rock, clearer than any of the other points of contact with the ley line in this cavern, a kind of well of pulsing green energy, almost kind of like a heartbeat. Just giving off a faint beat, a very slow kind of pulse.
Okay. Jasmine is also going to like get in a fighting stance in front of Aura, because you're doing some weird shit, man. She's preparing for if she has to take Aura down.
Yeah, Kieran's doing much of the same thing. He's just letting Aura do what he's gonna do, but he's also got an arrow knocked just in case he turns against Jasmine or Shivers.
But can I hold a bonus action?
I will say no,
Is
you
that a
have to
thing?
be holding an action.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. I just actually hold on.
There we go.
We
Key
are
point. Key point to patient defense.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, good. 1 second.
Hey, what's with the what's with the Halloween music? Like, I feel like Mike Myers is about to pop up behind me.
That's what I've been playing this entire time. Is this creepy
It's
horror
called
music?
Giant Weird.
Yeah, but you see, Roll20 decides to stop playing music for large chunks of time, and then it'll come back and it just do 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 do. Knife man behind you.
Don't worry about it. In the meantime though, what are the rest of you doing? Or I don't know if we're gonna actually still be in combat. I guess Cody is taking a moment. Something probably came up real quick. I don't know how long he's gonna be gone. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get some water because my voice
back.
is like, oh,
He's
that was
back.
quick.
Oh, perfect.
He's back.
I was gonna say, Maisie just kind of looks over after all this is dispelled, like the two Ma's go down. She looks over and sees Aura and is like, I hope you're not hoping that I'm gonna stitch that back together, because that is a whole mess I need a lot more tools for.
Aura, the pulsating flesh creature that he is right now, is continuing to like bubble forward, and he's going to move starfish-like across the floor over to the pulsating green, and attached to the pillar, with just the thin tendril of like this thin pillar of meat and spine and skull in the center, just coming off of the wall a little bit and turning to look at first at Davender, and he says, "This is pretty normal for me. I'm doing what I said I came here to do, and that is to consume the Layline. I told you that I was not one of you. I'm a spirit. And then
we can't let him do that, right?
and he turns to look to Maisie and says, "No, this form has served its purpose." And he's just starting to drain the ley line.
Okay. You take what residue is, it'll take time. It's not immediate. And I will say, as you're doing this, what are the rest of you doing?
We totally can't let him do this, right?
Shivers is running the fuck away.
Let them do this.
He doesn't know who the fuck this is. He doesn't know who the fuck this girl is. He doesn't know who the fuck this dragon is. His ass is out of this room. This is awful. This is awful.
Kieran is kind of just paralyzed by confusion and fear.
He's just taking all the magic away, right? He's sucking up the magic? He's a magic sucker?
I don't know. Till a moment ago, I didn't even fully believe he was what he told us he was, so, Oh, what the fuck
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Are you,
Can we talk about that first?
Do we have time to talk? He's sucking up the magic.
He said he was going to. Like, this is...
Are we allowed? Is this allowed?
Here's my question. What do we do? What happens if we, what does this Layline mean to us?
Yeah. Or is there enough magic to go around here, or...
He's trying to take it all, no?
Aura says, "You didn't even ask me." Ratmander, what the fuck?
I didn't understand a word of that, Cody, except for what the fuck.
Cody.
Okay, so we're just gonna pretend he's talking in this weird voice. All right?
Do the stage whispers. Stage whispers.
Yeah. So, he says, "Jasminder, you didn't even ask me. What the fuck?" And he says, "Do any of you even know how to take in magic?"
No, but our Jasminder was very interested in the idea of doing so.
I'm a sprite. I can literally give you some magic.
Are we allowed to let him do this? Is Victory gonna be okay with this? I don't know.
Hey, fuck Victory. I'm sorry if anybody else here feels any different about that, but she's not here right now, and I'm afraid if I shoot an arrow at Aura, he's going to eat me.
Well, here's the question,
I think we
Aura.
can take him.
Hold on. Here's the question, Aura. Are you trying to drain the entirety of this, or are you just taking what you need to whatever it is and stabilize yourself? And be honest, otherwise this is gonna get dirty real quick.
I don't know. I really have no idea how much there is here, and I have no idea how much it'll take to stabilize. I haven't found a ley line before.
Can I
haven't
insight check?
Really
I
don't
haven't
wanna have to
seen
tell you.
one since before the battering. And then he turns his head to look at Jasminder, and he says, "Which was your fault?" He looks at Jasminder.
What was my fault?
The battering. It was all the humanoid's fault.
Oh, you mean
That's
you,
not
you,
fair.
you mean the royal you?
Yes, the royal
Jasmine to
you.
herself got the shattering.
Jasminder, I can't believe you caused the shattering.
Oh,
Yeah,
Your
can I?
your people, your
insight?
kind, is what
Yeah.
forced you to have to live this way to begin with.
What are you trying to incite? Necessarily?
I wanted to insight to him if he's. Am I getting the sense, as much as is possible, would that be from tone of voice or just what she's observing, that Aura is, like, he's doing this to stabilize himself, and he's not doing it as, like, I'm gonna consume all the magic! Like that, like...
I will
Is
let
she
Cody
getting the sense
answer.
that this is... If she giving a sense that this is a survival thing, which she probably can relate more to because she knows what it means to survive out here, or is this more power grabbing?
Yeah, I will let Cody answer that as with the 19.
Oh, that's Jasminder did that one. I'll do it.
Or oh, yeah. Oh.
4.
You see, ain't getting shit.
I don't know if I
What?
have inspiration, but I don't think I do.
No, I don't yeah, you gotta keep track of it.
Jasminder also is inciting for the same thing. Like, is this like you? Is Aura being a power hungry some bitch right now and trying to take all the magic for themselves? Do I get this feeling?
19. I could probably roll regardless of what I answer. Oh.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just roll privately if you
You
want.
can also just,
just,
be like incredibly honest with me and give me absolutely every little bit of backstory that you have to offer at this point. And
It all
just tell me.
started pre-shattering.
I mean, he did tell you his story. So.
I need more.
I had to leave my room. It was getting too loud inside, so I don't have my monitor with me.
Nah, you good.
I'll tell you what you roll.
The beautiful lush garden.
Uh-oh, you guys are all getting robot-y on my end. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh god, not again. Not again. Rest in pieces, my internet. Ah. Well, this is so unfortunate. Isn't it? It is. Just me, the recording, my cat sleeping next to me. So, so wonderful, so lovely, so good. How are y'all doing tonight? Is everybody having a good time? I hope so. This is unusual. I did not expect the internet to be gone this long. Usually it's back on by now.
Don't have to
Woo! Okay, my internet's back.
over and over and over to survive.
Definitely just missed the last minute of what you guys were talking about. I'm so sorry.
No, it's alright. It was the inside checks, and we had to have
Yeah.
Cody needed to get back to be able to get on his sheet, so we took a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So he's being honest, it sounds like.
this is more survival.
He's also being honest. Like, he has no idea how much power he needs, or like how much power there even is here, or if it's even enough for him to stabilize, to where he doesn't have to be a flesh popping spirit anymore.
Jasminder is going to stay on guard, but she's gonna watch the magic-y veins as Aura does his magic sucking thing.
Okay. I will say it takes some time. So in the interim,
Describe a little bit of how it like progresses.
yeah, it's gonna take a few minutes for you to kind of attune to the magic in this well.
Yeah. You know how there's like veins of it all throughout the caves?
Yep. Jasminder is watching the veins.
So Sydney, I just thematically, I want it to be to where the flesh tendrils on Aura, they just like drill through parts of this well into the walls and seep through and like slither around all throughout the cave system over an extended period of time as it just drains magic from the cave system.
Okay. I will say taking the power that you need to, Aura, does not drain it completely, and what you do manage to get,
What does
it's
the
sorry, I use a lot of metaphors. But before I go on, sorry, I interrupted you, Keone.
no, I interrupted you, but it's just because Jasminder is watching the veins. What do they look like as they are sucking the magic? What's happening in the veins?
Some of them do flicker, on occasion, and kind of dim a little bit as, Aura takes in what's within this ley line, but it's not an all-encompassing act. It's less draining of... It's less drinking from a cup and more... This is gonna be really gross, but this has just been a gross session.
There are things like lakes and rivers and waterfalls
Easing-
before you go to toilet.
Draining pus from a wound.
Oh, that's even worse.
It is what Aura is doing is pulling but in or it does not feel like the magic pre-shattering. It's the closest feeling you've had, but it is altered in some way. It's not quite correct. And you kind of start to get that sense. The longer you sit there, the longer you kind of reach out into these veins and take that upon yourself, you realize it's not quite right. It's not quite the same. But it's close. It's close enough. And it feels good.
And you said the veins are flickering.
Yes.
Do they start to like gradually dim at any point?
There are points where they dim, but they never flicker completely.
What's happening to Jasminder right now with him sucking out the magic and her being all Genasi? Is that starting to leave?
It's starting to fade slightly, but it's not like it hasn't completely left.
Yeah, you said that he hasn't drained all the magic and that he can't drain all the magic.
Yes, it's just like parts of it, and the parts that he is able to take, but the parts that they are able to take aren't necessarily the good parts. What's easiest to access, or to the easiest part to, I guess, no, access is the right word, is the corrupted nature of it. You gather what was likely able to give birth to the strange ooze, which, as just a small aside, how's Jorn doing over there?
Your mom's
smash cut.
It was a smash cut. I mean, it's gonna take a while for this magic drain to happen.
Hard
Yeah.
cut to Jordan.
Smash cut to Jordan having a moment.
Traumatized.
I mean, she was alert when they were having the discussion about what to do with Aura. Like, she was waiting to see if she needed to run over and start smashing with the hammer. But now that seems to kind of calm down, she's just she's just hanging in the back of the room.
Hmm. All right.
If Maisie checks on, if Maisie checks on Jordan, does Jordan look like Jordan wants to speak at all, or does Jordan want to? Hell, actually, Maisie will ask, just like, do you just need a minute, or do you want support?
She's gonna nod over to where Aura's doing his. Just let's keep our eyes on that.
Alright. Minute it is.
Aura will turn his little skeletal fleshy head over to the group that's kind of sweeping across him, and he'll say, in still the really horrible voice that I'm not doing because my mic is not good enough. He'll say, especially to Jasmine, I have a proposition. I don't know how the transition from this into a more stable form is going to happen. I don't know how it'll take place. I don't know if I'll be aware for it. So if you all stay here until I've made the transformation, I will take in some of this magic, more than I need, and I'll purify it for Jasminder and crystallize it for them.
So it's really funny that you say that, Cody. Because as you take in this twisted, corrupted magic, Jasmine, you notice the walls start to lose that kind of sickly green appearance to them. Parts of them become a pure pearlescent blue. Almost like ice. Kind of very bright white. Starting very faintly in just a couple places. And the longer Aura kind of sits there, focuses, takes that in, the more you feel Aura, your form kind of become more solid, more solidified.
It's still horrible nightmare fuel, or is he changing
Yes,
into
he's still
something a little more
taking in this corrupted magic is going to keep Aura in this corrupted, twisted form. If you were to wait and take in more than just the twisted, corrupted magic, but continue to focus and take in more than perhaps you would be comfortable with or able to, it might give you a chance at having a different, less creepy form, but for now, your form is not changing into anything more pleasant to look at.
Oh yeah, no, I have my ideas on how things will end. But yeah, he's just gonna keep going, and he's gonna be like, you guys watch over me, especially if I lose awareness or consciousness, and afterwards I will give you, and he looks to Jasminder, crystallized magic.
Is there any way that Aura could focus on the pure, what I'm assuming is the pure blue magic, or is he kind of just stuck with the green for now?
He's kind of stuck with the green corrupted magic.
Well,
I
think Aura wants to get rid of all the corruption in this place anyway.
The only way to truly get rid of that kind of sickened green, I'll say sickness, is to take it upon yourself.
Yeah,
Or
that's
to-
the plan.
Okay.
'Cause
So if nobody plays
it
interfere,
does-
you can. It will take probably the span over, I will say, an hour of you concentrated focusing.
Aura was ready for them to be like, oh, all right, let's take a long rest while I do this.
Yeah.
Once if it's gonna take that long, Jasminder will agree to let them do the thing that they're doing, and then she's gonna go look for Shivers because he did kind of just
He
run
did.
off.
That was going to be my next question. While this is all going down, Shivers, buddy,
Hello.
pal, how you doing? How
Not
far are
great.
you running?
He was running basically for that entire conversation.
Great.
Get as far away from all that shit as possible.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just put him over here for visual reference, but I imagine
Yeah,
he got
he's-
like further.
Yeah,
than
no
that.
worries.
We
Oh,
lost
shit,
a
goodbye.
person.
Yeah. We lost the West, but
Okay.
Yeah, Shivers, you are able to run off screen over the course of the next hour. Do you eventually just kind of stop running?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as he's felt he's like sufficiently far enough away, or he finds like a nook that's like kind of hidden and defensible, yeah, one of those two things has to occur before he stops.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you do eventually find a place to rest. And a place to sit down and kind of gather your thoughts.
He's just
I'm just gonna start.
He's just gonna go hide in there, sword pointed kind of outward. Shit was awful. Shit was awful.
Jasmine,
It's like you woke up into a nightmare.
I'm so sorry. This is so bad for you.
Can I roll like a? He's bad at them, but can I roll like a stealth check just to see if he
Sure.
can like?
See how well you're hidden?
Yeah, exactly.
How well you
Do I
can...
roll investigation to try to find Shivers?
I'll say perception.
Imagine you somehow
It's a
fucking fail.
natural 1 for a 2 for
Yeah.
Shivers.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah,
19,
Jasmine, you
so-
you find him almost immediately.
Jasminder is going to stay at least a good 10 feet away from Shivers. And just it Shivers. It's okay. I am your friend. And just see how he reacts.
I imagine Shivers doesn't notice her at first. Because he's too busy, having a moment. And when he sees her, or he gets up, sword pointed, it's definitely shaking really bad. Don't come near me.
We're friends, Shivers. I'm your friend. I'm not gonna come near you, but just take a moment. I don't know what to do right now. What are you feeling?
I don't even think Shivers knows how to respond. He does remember, the thing he forgot is the party. He hasn't forgotten why he's down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you then? Silverwatch?
Well, technically yes, but so are you. We came down here together, Shivers. You're my bodyguard.
I don't remember that.
You are.
came down here alone?
No. Came down here with Kieran and Macy and Joran and the bird.
The bird.
just the bird.
Is it out of not knowing his name, or out of the fact that it like killed a man
And
in front of
the
him?
fact that it's absolutely gored a man in front of her.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So you one of those things then?
No, Shivers, no. No. I am a regular person. And she's like looking at her hands, like I don't think that's true, but like
I would like to point out that I think she's still blue.
I am still blue.
With floaty white hair. I don't know
Yep.
if she is,
Mhm.
but
She is.
She's gonna hold her hand out, like with the dog, like just hold her hand out. She's not gonna move to touch him. She's gonna wait until Shivers feels comfortable.
I'm really sorry to Jasminder. Shivers isn't gonna run away because he kind of believes her, but he's definitely not gonna move. He's gonna stand there.
That is fine. Take your time. Everything is okay. If you need a minute to just kind of think and breathe, that's fine. I'll be here. I won't move or do anything.
I think Shivers is just gonna stand there and breathe for a minute and like just sit down and process.
Breathing is good. Processing is good. Jasminder will sit 10 feet across from him.
How long?
However long it takes.
It's probably gonna take a good, like, I'll say crispy 10 minutes. But with the combined sort of knowledge, like he remembers that he is an amnesiac.
Mm-hmm.
And he remembers that he was sent here, and I think knowing both of those things, he might relent. He'll come back. He'll definitely like not be near her though. He's just not taking her hand.
It's so okay. It's fine. I'm used to people not holding my hand. Kieran rejected me. Joran rejected me. I'm fine with that.
I'm sorry, I just don't remember.
And eventually you will. For now, we'll take it slow. We can reintroduce you to everybody. Come back to the group. Giant monster, tentative ally. They're not gonna do anything to you.
Alright.
Okay.
He'll make his way back.
Jasminder will be behind them.
Okay.
so while all that is happening, and like about a half hour into or guzzling down the magic, Kieran, while still having an arrow trained on Flesh Monster Aura, will carefully make his way down and over to Joran, and just be like, hip flask's corner pocket if you want it. That was fucked.
Maybe later when we're not this place.
Yeah, that's fair. What the fuck?
Had some kind of fucked up dream last night. Didn't think it was anything. Don't think it's a coincidence now. I only saw my own shit here.
Jordan, it's about this time that your memories do return to you. Complete and intact. As they should be.
Kind of bares her teeth again as she, like, everything kind of rushes back in and just shakes her head and looks to some kind of random point in the room.
I don't know. Even if magic is real, which apparently, and he just motions over to Flesh Monster in the corner. Is it worth it? Is it worth that?
Well, I've been told that in ages past it did a great many things, but I think the stories fail to mention whether those are good things or bad things.
So what do we tell Victory and Sabine?
Well, we found the ley line, didn't we? They don't need to know that they're taking the magic with them, apparently, or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, but do we even want to tell them that there's somebody like Victory with access to making whatever the fuck that thing was? Sabine maybe alone with whatever the fuck that thing was?
I don't know. It might be enough to satisfy Sabine's curiosity, but I get the sense that Victory's gonna send people behind us anyway. I don't think it's really gonna matter much what we tell her.
He kind of just shrugs at that, like, yeah, you're right. This feels next level dangerous.
Well, as long as the kid stays out of here, give a shit what Victory sends in, they can all come die for all that matters.
I think your best bet is to tell Sabine, whether in front of Victory or not, that there was magic, but it's gone now. Or maybe this guy, and he motions over to Aura, comes back with us and can tell them themselves.
Well, figure it out when he's done.
Because like, I feel like a kid like Sabine is just gonna want to come running back here the second you get back and tell her, hey, magic's real, and yeah, you did see it.
I'd hoped that she would just get over damn obsession.
For your sake, I hope so, but I doubt it.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
Kids tend to have their own minds.
Well, she's lucky she has the freedom to.
Hope Shivers didn't get too far. Ran out of here like you saw a fucking ghost.
I mean, he technically did. And then whatever the
Yes?
fuck he is.
Yeah, that's really disconcerting.
Alright, Finn.
It's okay.
Forgot to shut him out of my room.
He was pretty chill. No wonder I didn't hear him.
He's been really chill up
I
till
just
this
now have
point.
doubted a lack of fin.
Yeah, no, he just now has started meowing, and I don't know
There we go.
why.
After that conversation, Karen will just continue to watch Flesh Monster Aura in silence, waiting to see what happens. But she just wanted to make sure that Jordan wasn't about to completely lose her mind, because in her position, he probably would.
Compartmentalizing.
Karen's very bad at that.
Should we skip ahead a little bit?
We can, yes. And I will say after about another hour of you kind of resting shivers up, your memory also does come back to you. You remember who these people are.
Oh fuck, for real?
Yeah, it only
I
lasts.
thought that shit was super gone forever.
Oh no, it only lasts an hour.
Damn, I thought you really got juiced for all eternity. Ah, fuck.
No,
Aw, man.
it only lasts until you short rest, I think.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Also, it's supposed to have a mechanical component, I think. Like, I think you're supposed to lose, like, God, what's the word?
You were. I
You add
definitely
to your
just
saving throw.
I'll move like here.
forgot. I just brain
fine.
empty, but it's fine.
Proficiency.
We'll fight
I think
another
you,
relax before we die.
I think you lose proficiency in something, or like you have to reduce stuff from your rolls or something. But it never come into play because right after it happened, you ran the fuck away.
Yeah. My little
Yep.
bitch. Shivers is gonna go sit in a corner and cry because he forgot everything again, and that was really stressful.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go with a crying shiver.
So Sydney, can I describe the thing?
Yes, I will I'll describe the little thingy that you're holding. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you guys noticed at some point when you looked over to the Flesh Aura that they had stopped speaking for a long while, and the flesh that made them up is all desiccated and dried out, looking almost petrified, and it's unmoving. And it takes a little while of kind of just sitting there to the point where it's like maybe you start to wonder if Ara just fucking died.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, Kira just turns to Jordan, like, did he fucking die while we were talking?
But there's this cracking sound as the skull that was left in on the stalk, just jutting out from the wall, cracks and breaks open, revealing little tendrils, little green, like off green, almost teal tendrils coming out, and they don't look like flesh. They look more like an aquatic creature's tendrils. And this little creature pulls itself out, and it has this mouth with almost like bone-like teeth, almost like a rib cage for a mouth, and spikes of this corrupted green-looking material jutting out of its back as it pulls itself free, looking like the corruption definitely took a toll on its appearance. And it floats out of the skull as this tiny little creature just floats there. And it grows larger a little bit as it goes until it is back to being small instead of tiny. And they open their mouth, and there's something in it. Which is what?
Yes, so, as the small flesh creature opens its mouth, you see an iridescently perfect and crystallized, no bigger than, your hand. It just kind of ding, 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 gently kind of rolls along the ground. I mean, you can see it's not perfectly circular. It's kind of stretched, almost closer to an oval or an almond shape. And it looks almost like, you know those bubbles that have been frozen? It looks something like that. And you now have this, crystal. It is pure, clear, beautiful. It looks like it should be delicate and like almost shatter as you reach out to touch it, if anybody does. But it's surprisingly heavy. It's got some strength to it.
Jasmine is going to take a very, very long swig from this flask.
Dude.
Hand it back to Kieran.
It's very strong rum. It burns.
That's so what she needs right now.
Aura is going to telepathically speak, projecting to everybody, and says, "I think it's done." And their voice the voice sounds similar to kind of how they would speak before, but doesn't have a gender at all anymore. There's no masculine or feminine aspect to it anymore. I want you to know that I upheld my part. That is what I could crystallize of the mana. I don't know what exactly it will do or how you can use it, but it's there. It is magic. This is an interesting form. Not what I was expecting.
You're speaking in our head.
I think I have one of my old abilities back, and the form twists and jerks, and they change shape, becoming humanoid. Specifically becoming a little halfling standing there, and they have a black hair hoisted up a little bit with a little bit of red highlight in the front, and this shape-shifted form of theirs is wearing a set of robes, black robes with silver accents, and looks around, and they're a bit androgynous, but they say, I think people might accept this appearance a little bit more. It's been a while since I could change shape.
Alright. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna grab the thing that you just spit out when you were a little green guy. Alright?
Yeah.
I just want to point out you've been talking in all of our heads for the past 30 seconds. I'm assuming that's you talking, and he's saying this spit out loud.
Yeah. That's how I would normally talk. I don't normally talk with flesh bodies. Well, not when I was right. I didn't at the time, but yeah.
You heard him too, right? And he points to I turned right, so he points to Jasminder.
Yes? Or you're not gonna turn into disgusting whatever you just were, right? Because I don't think I have the mental faculties to deal with that again.
That's really rude.
I'm sorry,
was a-
that was rude.
Alright, you
That
have
was-
to understand.
For me to take in.
Yeah, that was horrifying, though. Like, this entire last few days has been... Until, like, 3 days ago, I had some idea that magic was real because of reasons, but not to that extent. You just transformed 3 times in the span of an hour.
Yeah. That's fair, I guess.
Sorry, that was more terrifying than anything we've seen in here thus far.
Oh, Well, that's really rude again.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean
So-
to be rude.
I think I'm pretty good for a little while now. I don't know how long this will let me maintain form. I'm gonna have to go look for more sources of magic, but I think we'll be all right for a little while.
Dan, what do the walls look like now?
It looks like you know, when you first entered the cave, it was very faint. It was very not super present. It's like that now, but what color remains is that same kind of pure blue, like ice blue, that is in this orb.
Garrett is going to make sure that he's wearing gloves
Mm-hmm.
as he slowly approaches and picks up the orb.
As you pick up the orb, nothing happens. It doesn't feel particularly heavy. Feels like picking up kind of a light stone. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's slightly bigger, but you can carry it with one hand. And
About the size of a baseball?
I'd say softball closer to like. But
So about the size of an Orem?
yeah, about the size of an Orem.
So
I
yeah,
suppose it is also the size of a phone. Close enough.
That was
he's
just me
gonna
responding to the fact that I missed Jasminder's yellow text. I'm sorry.
Oh,
he's gonna pick it up and just be like, all right, we should go. We should get very far away from this place.
Well, actually, it should be pretty safe here now. The oozes and slimes was caused by the corruption, and that's all gone now.
the walls are no longer like the kind of strange whispering, discordant humming, singing that you heard has died down. It is quiet again.
Well, we only woke up like 3 hours ago, so unless there's more of the cave to explore, I still feel like we should start heading back.
I'm honestly with Kieran on this one. I think it is time to go.
Why don't you try touching the wall now? In what glow remains. I wonder if there's a difference now.
Yeah, that is something she could do. She can do. She will go ahead and she will touch the wall and hope that she doesn't get caught on fire again.
Well, that's only when you try to destroy it.
No, you touch it and you hear a more pleasant, very, very faint humming song coming from kind of deep within. It's nothing super, super loud, but it's definitely resolved from the strained, atonal sort of actually I should probably change the music because no longer sounds like that.
In my head, I know you said humming, but in my head, it sounds like the singing Ariel does in The Little Mermaid when she's like signing her voice away, but like 3 rooms away. Like your little sister is watching it downstairs and you're upstairs.
Yes, that very much sums it up. But it's beautiful. It's very faint, but it's much more pleasant to listen to.
Karen, why don't you try now?
He will carefully take off a glove and right next to where Jazzbender put her hand, he's gonna put his hand, but like just like fingertips.
fingertips with or without the glove?
Yeah, without the glove.
Okay. It feels slightly warm to the touch. Usually you'd expect a cave to be very cold and damp, but it feels like the same kind of warmth as sunlight. And you touch it and you hear her voice. A woman's about your age.
Okay.
And it's not the paranoid whispers of before. It's the same kind of singing, but you hear that voice instead.
I don't know if anybody else is watching Kieran right now except for Jasminder, but anybody that would probably see him smile, like actually smile for the first time that they've known him, with like little bits of tears running down his face as he just kind of fully plants his palm to the wall.
Welcome to the bottom floor of this cave, aka the dude tier bottom.
Jasmine is seeing this. She's seeing it. She's not gonna say anything, but she's seeing it.
Yeah, no, at least Jasminder see. I was saying, I know she is. I don't know if anybody else would notice, but yeah, you see him smile like warmly for the first time ever.
What wall is he at?
I assume we went over to like this wall over here just because it was the one closest
Yeah,
to us.
it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shivers will notice.
What the fuck is
Go
Shiver?
here.
Oh, there's Shivers.
Yeah, I'm down here. Hey man, what's going on? I've been drinking your rum. Jasminder gave me your rum.
I'm gonna be a little bit of a dick and say I don't know if he sees because Kieran's looking in
Okay.
this direction.
That's fair.
I love that you said this and then just
Nothing occurred.
Yeah.
I know what direction you mean.
I had the arrow turned off because I didn't want to get in anybody's way measuring stuff. He's looking in this direction.
To the right. Yeah, to
Yeah.
the right. Yeah.
The same way as his token.
Directly into Jasminder.
We should after like a minute or two. He's like, we should still go. We should go.
Jasminder is smiling. A giddy little smile. Kieran smiled. That's great. We're making progress.
Did she say anything, or is she just kind of like grinning at him like somebody who just accomplished a thing?
That part. Doesn't say anything.
He just repeats, we should probably go. He still hasn't taken his hand off the wall as he says that.
Let's go. It was nice meeting you all.
You're not coming back?
I'm leaving this cave, yeah, but I don't imagine it'd be the best idea for me to go back with you. What are you going to tell them? You just found some random stranger in the caves and decided to bring him back with you?
That's fair.
I was gonna say exactly that. Maybe that's wrong.
I still have some more people to hunt down. Just because I have this storm now doesn't mean I'm going to stop going after the people that kill children.
Well, happy murder spree.
Oh, we still have a few hours travel back to get out before we say goodbye.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is a few hours travel,
Silent.
but it's far less perilous than the journey down. There's no oozes or strange abominations awaiting you. As you make your way up farther, it's clear that as you get farther up, what little magic kind of remained at the higher levels has vanished. It is pretty clear, just a regular cave. after you guys leave that lowest point, pretty much. You guys make your way up towards the cave. It takes the better part of the morning, and by the time you guys reach the afternoon, the sun is about halfway in the sky. You guys are able to go back up to the main level of the mine, where you can see all the Silverwatch have vacated the premises.
You mean the Crimson
Or,
Jackals?
yeah, sorry, the Jackals have vacated the camp.
Oh yeah.
You do see some workers going about their day. Some of them do recognize you, but just kind of give you like a nod and greeting, going about their day, working the mines. Things seem pretty as you left them.
Oh, it's, an uneventful trip back up.
Yeah. Seems like you got rid of what was ever making the goop.
Well, yeah. That's corruption. Back before y'all ruined the world, fights like me would eat the corruption in the ley lines before they would be overtaken.
Jasminder looks down in sadness.
Shivers doesn't. What the hell even wants to shatter?
She doesn't like being late for the shattering.
Well, it was good traveling with all of you. I'm slightly disappointed that there wasn't any stragglers, because I would have liked to try out my new form, but I'm sure I'll find someone in the sands.
Sorry about the mistrust.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I probably sound like a crazy person.
Oh, I didn't even mean that mistrust. Yes, you did absolutely sound like a crazy person.
Yeah, well,
But,
I get that a lot.
one crazy person to a sane one. There are worse things.
Yeah, well, just remember, you're good. And then they'll turn and just start walking away into the desert.
Bye-bye!
And they'll
Jasminder
wave.
just solemnly waves, because
And then they'll get back into their tenderly form and fly off.
Yeah.
Poor miners!
Yeah, you can see a few of the miners that have been just kind of like going about their business, kind of look as you guys make your appearance. A few of them kind of also wave like, oh hey, I remember you guys. And then they see you can see a few of them just kind of turn and watch this new individual slowly morph into an almost alien-like being and then fly off. And a few of them just kind of blink, rub at their eyes.
As Aura is flying away as well, they simmer and turn invisible.
You can see one of the miners like look like it kind of has like a water skin in their hand. They look at it, and then they just pour it out in the sea. Like, and then they just kind of a few of them just like walk away. Like, no, I didn't see this. Actually, this isn't happening.
Shivers sees that and like takes a moment to be like, should I do that?
no.
Like, is that something you do? He thinks about it. He doesn't say it, and then he doesn't do it.
They just walk away.
It's such a waste of water.
It is, but if you were just drinking water and that thing showed up, you'd be like, man, what the fuck is in this water?
That was a very bloodthirsty spirit who turned out to be kind.
I don't know.
And
My entire worldview just changed completely.
I could swear that I'm still under the effect of my little treats from earlier.
Not.
And as Aura flies off into the horizon, invisible. We are gonna go ahead and end the session there. And everybody levels up.
Oh
'Cause
my
you
fucking
made
god!
it through.
About fucking time. Let's go.
2
I
attacks
was-
per round. I'm doing this shit right now.
Let's go. Extra attack team.
I was about to ask, did it take the majority of the day to get back to the surface, and can we long rest at the mines before heading back fresh in the morning?
Yes, I will say it probably took you guys that amount of time to gather yourselves and travel up all the way through. Because you guys were down in there quite a ways, because then even once you got past all of the, like, weird leyline stuff, you then had to go up again through the regular mines.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that would have probably taken all day.
Mine's on.
So, we can say that you guys stopped to rest and kind of camped there at the mine.
I think I'm rolling for Shivers Hell.
Yeah. Well...